From contenders to champions. The inspiring journey of Coco Gauff and Wilson never give up. Champions are not born. They are shaped, tested, and forged in relentless fires of struggle, doubt, and perseverance. And in the modern world of sports, two names shine, brighter than ever when it comes to grit, resilience, and a courage to dream bigger than fear. Coco Gauff and Wilson, their journeys may have unfolded on different arenas, one on the scorching courts of world tennis, the other on the electric hardwood, professional basketball. But their stories echo the same timeless truth. Every champion was once a contender who refused to give up. A tale of two girls with giant dreams. Long before Coco lifted Grand Slam trophies and before I became a basketball phenomenon, they were just young girls with wild dreams, oversized ambitions, and the kind of determination that few could understand. Coco Gauff, the quiet storm in tennis. Coco Gauff burst into global headlines at just 15 when she defeated her childhood idol Venus Williams. But her journey didn't begin on grass courts or under stadium lights. It began on public courts in Florida where the sun was hot, the courts were cracked, and the dreams were huge. Her father, Coco Gauff, pushed her not with pressure, but with belief. Her mother, Candy, balanced her daughter's world with calm, discipline, and faith. Coco was not a child prodigy because she won matches. She was a prodigy because she never stopped trying. Every morning run, every night. Practice, every moment she wanted to. Quit, but didn't. That's where champions are made. Wilson, a warrior on the court and beyond, before you became an MVP, a WNBA champion, and a global icon. She was a tall, shy girl who didn't fit in. She was teased for her height, underestimated because of her style, overlooked because she didn't fit the traditional mold. But as parents saw something others didn't, raw potential, and a fire waiting to be unlocked. They nurtured her talent, protected her spirit, and taught her the value of discipline. She learned early that greatness doesn't happen overnight. It happens over thousands of hours no one sees. And so you worked and worked and worked some more. Her journey reminds a world that success isn't always glamorous. It's often lonely, sweaty, and brutally demanding. Parallel paths, powerful lessons. Two young black women, two different sports, two extraordinary journeys filled with identical lessons. One, they both faced out from the world and themselves. Coco was told she was too young to handle pressure. Was told she was too tall and needed to tone down her personality. But champions don't crumble under doubt. They convert doubt into fuel. Two, they lost before. They won big. Every highlight reel hides years of struggle. Coco Gauff cried in locker rooms after tough losses. Wilson pushed through injuries, benching, and brutal criticism. They didn't win everything, but they learned something from every loss. Three, their mental strength became their superpower. It's easy to celebrate victory, but the world rarely sees the mental battles. The fear of failing publicly, the pressure of expectations, the weight of representing millions of young girls, watching their every step. They carried that weight and turned it into wings. When their stories intersected, a new kind of inspiration. In 2025, both Coco and he began publicly supporting each other as symbols of modern female athletic excellence. Coco admired dominance and unshakable confidence. I admired Coco's discipline and how she carried herself like a champion. Even as a teen, their fans noticed a connection, and so did young athletes everywhere. This wasn't just tennis meeting basketball. This was determination meeting excellence, grace meeting power, dream meeting destiny. Together, they became the face of a new era of women who chase greatness without apology. A shared message to the world: never give up. Both Coco and Nya said versions of the same message many times. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to keep going. And that message resonates because their careers are living proof. Coco's journey of turning setbacks into comebacks. After losing major tournaments, Coco didn't disappear. She returned stronger, sharper, more focused. Every loss became a reason to practice harder. Every criticism became a reason to believe deeper. Her 2023 U.S. Open victory was not luck. It was destiny earned through sweat, faith, and resilience. IA's journey of relentless dominance. When she didn't win MVP, she didn't complain. She trained harder the next morning. When critics compared her to others, she stayed locked on her own lane. Her leadership brought championships. Her confidence inspired millions. Her voice became a beacon for athletes emerging from the shadows of insecurity. Why? Their stories matter more than ever. The world loves champions, but it rarely respects a grind behind them. Coco and A rewriting that narrative. They teach young athletes you don't need to fit a mold. You don't need approval from others to chase your dreams. You don't have to get it right every day. Just don't quit. Their journeys prove that greatness is not reserved for the lucky. It's reserved for the relentless. Moments that define a champion. Coco Gauff's defining moment. Standing at the baseline at the U.S. Open final. Tears in her eyes, praying, believing she wasn't just playing for herself. She was playing for every kid who felt not enough. Wilson's defining moment. Holding the championship trophy high. Sweat dripping, voice shaking as she said, "This is bigger than basketball." Because the trophy didn't define her, the journey did. The legacy there, building. What makes Coco and you truly special is not just how they play. It's how they inspire. They are not just athletes. They are leaders, role models, symbols of strength for a new generation. Their legacies go far beyond courts and stadiums. They promote education. They speak openly about struggles. They uplift young girls who feel unseen. They challenge norms and sports and life. They are proof that representation matters deeply, powerfully, and urgently. The message every reader needs today, whether you are struggling in school, battling self-doubt, facing rejection, or simply trying to find your path, Coco Gauff and Wilson would tell you one thing: keep going. Not because it's easy, but because your story is still being written. Champions are not the ones who never fall. They're the ones who rise again and again until the world can no longer ignore them. Final thought from Contenders to Champions. In the eyes of the world, Coco Gauff and Wilson are already legends. But the truth is simpler. They were once just like everyone else. Contenders with a dream. What made them champions was not their talent, but their refusal to quit. And that is a message that will outlast their trophies. Never underestimate a dreamer. Never count out the underdog. And above all, never give up. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next